Greetings, travelers. I'm Josh.
And I'm Kahi.
And we're the Genshin guys. Welcome all. This podcast is for fans of Genshin Impact, the mobile game made by Hoyoverse, also known as MiHoYo. Here we talk about our opinions, experiences, and dreams about Genshin Impact. If you like our show, don't forget to subscribe on Apple Music, Spotify, or wherever you're listening to the podcast. So before we get started, Kahi, how are you doing today?
Yeah, a little cold, a little sleepy, doing kind of an early episode, but that's good. Gives me a lot more time throughout the day to do some stuff. I believe the update should be going live later on today for me.
Same.
So, yeah, I'm just going to take care of all the stuff I need to in the morning, and then I'll have the rest of the day. How about you, Josh? How are you doing?
I've just been battling a cough for the past couple days. Like, I was sick. I don't feel sick anymore. I just have a cough. And it's like, oh man, I really just want to go away because, you know, podcast things and streaming and using my voice is a thing. So, yeah, so I will just do my best, but I feel fine. So, yeah, that's it. That's kind of how I felt. So, yes, so this episode, everyone, is another quiz episode. So, yes, these quiz episodes, I love them so much. I think they are sort of unique in the podcast space. So, I hope you all enjoy today's episode as well. But other than just quizzes, we will do a little bit of talking about our weeks in Genshin and Genshin news, and then we will do the quizzes. We will do a lore quiz with lore questions, and we will have the Whose Voice Line segment and Kahi's riddles, and then we will talk about the community discussion question. So, before we dive into our first topic, I just want to give a shout out to the Discord community. You guys are so great, and we appreciate you so much. If you are not a part of our Discord already, feel free to join. The link is in the description. We're a very wholesome community. We're not aggressive to people. I don't know. We have a lot of fun. We talk about Genshin, of course. We talk about other things, of course, too. We do things, fun little things, like having a weekly photo contest where we take snapshots in-game of different themes. And, yeah, we do a bunch of cool, fun stuff. We talk about theory and lore, and we react to all the new information that comes out. So, everybody, if you are interested in joining, feel free to join anytime. Okay, so let's dive into our first topic, our weeks in Genshin. Okay, Kahi, so how has your week in Genshin been?
Just tidying up, seeing if I can get as much, prepped for any kind of new character that might be coming out. I'm still trying to decide if I want to roll for Nilou because Hydro Focus is like right around the corner, or Baiju because he's a shield healer and everything, and does pretty good attacks, but I don't have a good catalyst for him. I mean, I have good swords if I get Nilou, but I don't have any good weapons that I could use for Baiju, especially because he's more support like. But
catalyst, right?
Yeah, I forgot to get. I was like level 29 on the battle pass, and it reset.
Oh,
so
no, God.
I was just about to get like a weapon, and I missed it.
Yeah, it's been slow. Okay.
Yeah. No, because I was still doing like my daily stuff, and I was getting like natural, level ups, rank ups, just by doing the simple things, like doing the daily commissions and getting some domains done, crafting some food, but I was just at 29, and I thought, I'll naturally pick it up, and then I just logged in, and it's gone. No.
Dude, speaking of that, I was like on the Asia one, so I keep forgetting that the Asia server resets at noon for me, right? And so I was playing, I started the stream, I loaded up my game, and then I grabbed the Welkins, and I was like, oh, okay, well, dailies or whatever. And then 10 minutes later, it crossed over, and it was like, it's 1 o'clock. It resets at 1 o'clock for me. And then I went to set up my stream. I came back. I joined the game. I went back to the game, unpaused it, and then the Welkins came up again, and the battle pass was gone. I was like, oh, I started up the game, it was there, and then I walked away for 10 minutes and came back, and it was gone. Because I forgot when the Asia server resets. Yeah, so same, basically. But yeah. Anything else?
I was leveling up my Eula. I
Hmm.
was leveling up Eula because I was trying to form, a nice blue theme team.
Hmm.
Just because, Hydra's on my mind. And so I was like using Eula, Rosaria, Yelan, and Jean in the same team.
Hmm.
It's because it seemed thematic. It seemed like it all fit together very, very well.
Hmm.
It didn't work out as well as I thought, just because it's such a heavy focus on like Eula just being out for so long,
Right.
and then I'm barely using the other ones. Um, Rosaria seems like she would be a good DPS focus instead of just using her like burst and just leaving, even though it's like a lingering burst. And same thing for Yelan because you can just transfer her burst to like someone else.
Hmm.
Um, but I feel like I'm using teams that need to be used like by themselves. Like each individual characters need to be used
Hmm.
a lot. So I'm not so. I don't really do like hyper carry teams.
Hmm.
Even though this one, certain characters they really shine if you just keep them out more. So it's kind of difficult because I have so many good characters. I don't think I need to keep rolling for all these new ones, just because I already have good ones that I can focus around.
Hmm.
So I don't really need Baiju. I don't really need Nilu, but I'm trying to figure out if they would add anything to teams that I would want to try out.
Oh my god, get
'Cause,
Nilu, please.
I really I'm always seeing like those teams that just have that constant Hydro application, and she has like super good range for like her Hydro attacks, and she's a
She's like,
sword.
I mean, I think. Remember we talked about Nilu and how like there's this restriction in building your
Mm-hmm.
team. Like,
Right.
I think that's interesting to me. Like that by itself, like trying to form a team with this like limited like condition, um, is kind of more interesting to me than like picking from everybody sometimes because like I mean especially because it's the only character that's like that so far, or one of the only characters that's like that so far. So I think that's gonna be really cool because right now we have these options, right? But we're about to get 3 new Dendro characters, and then we're probably gonna get a bunch of Hydro characters, including the Archon when we go to Fontaine. So
Yeah,
like
probably.
the team building options for Nilu teams is going to become much more, and I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, but then again, I was my whole point about skipping like Baiju or like even Alhaitham was, oh, if I want a Dendro, I just use Nahida, and she's on a team already.
Hmm.
And I don't, if I wanted to go into the abyss with like, you know, Dendro teams, I would technically only have one, even though I can just use Traveler or Kale or
Hmm.
like my level 1 Tainari. I mean, I could probably use a good support Dendro because to me Dendro feels very supporty. Just like Nahida just applies it and just leaves.
I
Um,
see. It is
I
kind of like
probably
that,
could use.
but
Mhm,
Alhaitham and Kave
yeah,
are like main DPSs, so.
yeah, and like you said, like there's gonna be a lot of like Hydro characters coming out in Fontaine. So if
Hmm.
you really wanted a Hydro character, I might as well save. So I mean, right now I'm kind of leaning more towards Baiju, but I'll probably wait till I see like some people use him in their own teams, because like you said, like create. Oh, what is the phrase? Creativity thrives in a box.
Hmm.
So if you have like some kind of restraint, some kind of rule or restriction, people will find ways around it to like either make it a positive or just completely abuse it.
Hmm.
So I mean, as of right now, as of this talk, I'm probably gonna try out Baiju.
Nice.
But what about your week? Are you like doing any prep, or are you doing anything special?
Well, as soon as
Routine?
the new patch drops, I'm gonna start prepping for Baiju and Kave, of course. I'm gonna like go do the. I'm gonna probably stream tomorrow for a while and do some of the story, but also explore the new area and start farming materials. And but this week, what I've done is I was trying to level up my Yoimiya. So like Yoimiya, for a while I've said is like one of my mains. Like I felt like she did a lot of damage. I actually looked at her numbers, and they're not that good. Like I think it
I
was
thought
like
she'd be maxed by now.
I mean she's like double crowned and stuff, but like I didn't really do the artifact grind, right? So I grinded a little bit of artifacts. I got a little bit luckier with some of the things. Not quite where I wanted, but she is in a much better place now than she was last week. So that's fun, and I'm gonna kind of try to work on that. I kind of want to see her do like huge numbers. So that's kind of what I did this week. And yeah, I think that's mostly it. Okay, so let's move on to Genshin news. All right, so we had 2 birthdays in the past week. We had Aloy, whose birthday was on April 4th, and we had Dia, birthday on April 7th. Yeah, so, and we also had drip marketing for the next patch. A supposedly 4-star looking character, the first Dendro Inazuman character, who is a cat named Kirara. And, okay, I gotta say something about this. I just saw this online just before this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like in her little description on the Genshin Twitter, it says that she is a courier, like a male person, right? And if you look at her color scheme, the fact that she's a cat, and the fact that she's a male person, and the fact that she's Inazuman, there is a Japanese delivery company called Yamato Yubin Kyoku, and they are a very, very, very well known, like everybody knows this brand in Japan. And they're basically like the FedEx or UPS or what have you, like national, like they're not officially like Japanese government. They have like a Japanese post government thing, but this is like the most popular private company, and it is really similar in design in a lot of ways to Kirara, which is really, really interesting, because someone said some Japanese person on Twitter, I think he said, what if this is like the first corporate sponsored character? Which would be crazy to me. Like, maybe they just took the inspiration.
That would be nice.
I mean, it'd be really interesting.
I'd be okay with that.
Because, because it'd be interesting. That's why. So, but anyway, I do think it's really interesting to have them have a character with such similarities. But, we'll maybe learn more about it. But if it's just like a nod to Yamato Yubin, even though it has nothing to do with them actually, then that's also really interesting. I think that's really funny. So that'll definitely be a meme.
You know what I like about this idea is like, it's kind of like, what is it? Almost like reverse pay to win. Because think of it, you're like a corporate would actually buy into the company, and they would get to choose what they want the character to do or be designed, or like have their like power and being influenced, and then that corporation is influencing the game balance, and then all the other people who are like the character, they will pay to get the character, which means like they would have to, Hoyoverse also has to pay the corporate like a small like percentage of what they made from it, because they were sponsored, they were paid to make it, so they have to pay it back.
Well, in a lot of cases, the way sponsorship works is that like Yamato would pay to have a character in the game that's like based on them, but it would be like, it would have to be them, like it would have to be like Yamato Yubin, and it would be like this is her character,
right,
because that's the advertising. They like Hoyoverse wouldn't have to pay Yamato anything, like Yamato would pay Hoyoverse, so
because they're paying to get into the game,
and then that's it.
But then
they're what they get back is the people that are advertised to, right? Like they're putting.
Wouldn't they get a cut of like the revenue?
No, not at all.
Isn't that?
So that's an affiliate sponsorship. So that's when like, hey, use my code,
guess, yeah.
and I get back a percentage of what I sell to the company or whatever, like, or the commission based things.
Oh, okay.
But most like,
yeah, I see.
I forgot the name of it, but like that kind of sponsorship, the one I'm talking about, where it's like they just pay you and they give you stuff, and the fact that you have so many eyes on you is enough advertisement for their company that is the payment, because they'll get customers and stuff from you. So
okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay,
yeah, but that would be really interesting. Anyway, that was just a funny thing someone posted.
Yeah, the idea of having like a corporate sponsored character is actually pretty interesting, because some people actually do like certain brands just for whatever reason. Some people do like a certain food, some people do like a certain transportation method.
I mean, they had like this KFC, and they have all these like collabs and stuff, right?
Yeah, imagine the Colonel in like Genshin.
I mean, I don't think, like, for example, I don't think that it is like, for example, KFC. There was like that KFC collab, right? So we have like golden chicken burger or whatever in the game, but like the KFC, like Hoyoverse doesn't really. Like Hoyoverse does benefit from like advertising their game in KFC, but I feel like KFC, I don't know. That one might be different. That one is more of a collab, I guess. So that one would be like mutually beneficial.
Yeah, it encouraged people to go into like their like stores.
Yeah,
and,
like local
all the
KFCs, and
restaurants.
then people who go to KFC normally who don't play Genshin will be like, "Huh, what's that?" And then they like look it up. So, anyway, okay, enough about corporate sponsorships, which we don't have, which I want from Hoyoverse.
Oh, rip.
So yes, in other news, so we have Kirara, first Denjo Inazuma character, Cat Courier, is coming probably next patch because that's how it usually works. And then we have 4 stars on Nihida and Nilu's banner were revealed. They are Dori, Layla, and Kuki, right? So Kahi, are you interested in any of those? Because I have C6 Kuki, and I am interested in Layla.
I think I have a C4 cookie. C4 cookie. Layla or Dory, if I had to pick, well, honestly, of all 3, I just probably would want another cookie.
Right.
But if I were already having, if I already have a C6, I'd probably pick Layla next.
Mm-hmm.
Dory can be very good for like constant, application of Electro and good DPS and healing, but then again, Cookie does the same thing
Right.
with her skill.
Like Cookie's a better Dory, like in a lot of ways. So yeah.
Dory can be fun because she scales off HP too, and there's like 8 claymores, and there's the bell, which is a HP claymore, and it matches her nice. But I don't want to like just over invest into just her energy recharge and have like only use that. Like I'm using her burst like a skill, and it just has a really long cooldown, so I probably wouldn't.
Right.
So,
yeah.
And Cookie just looks cooler, so.
Yeah, I'm not interested in Dory personally, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Good character, but like as far as combat, nah.
Right. Okay, so we also have new Tonari's English voice actor finally. Wow, that was actually pretty fast. The fact that they most likely re-recorded all of Tonari's lines in the entire game. I think that's a pretty good turnaround time, to be honest. And so Tonari's new English voice actor is Zachary Gordon, who is known for his kind of being a child actor, and he was the main actor all the way in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid like movie TV show series, and that's like what he's most known for. And apparently he's done other voice work a little bit here and there in like Final Fantasy 15, the animated movie. He did some Kingdom Hearts 3 guy. Oh, he did Hainer in Kingdom Hearts 3. He did some video game voice acting here and there, but mostly his career is like live on camera acting. So yeah, it'll be interesting to hear his performance like while playing. So yeah, congratulations to Zachary Gordon.
So they said they were going to update his past voice, Tonari's past voice lines to be updated with this one?
Yes, everything is replaced. The old voice actors...
that's a lot of work.
Yeah, the old voice actor's the old English voice actor is completely removed from the game, and Zachary Gordon will be replacing all the lines. So that's cool. And then we have...
It was kind of like an Airman Soul.
Oh my god, you're right. Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah. Yeah, Irinso. Like, how much did they have to pay Nihida to get them to just to fix this?
Broke a branch.
Oh, jeez. So there was also the Genshin EP Thoughts Like Wind and Dew. Also on the Twitter. So if you want to go listen to the new music, well, it's not new music, but like go and listen to the music. It's available. Go check it out. And that's the news for this week. So let's dive into our quiz episode. Okay. So first things first, if this is your first time here, welcome. This is a quiz episode, which means we're going to do a couple of games where you get a point every time you get a correct answer. Now, everybody keep track of your points, get a pen or paper, get something down to write it down, or keep track of it in your head. And depending on how many points you get is what title you will receive at the end. Okay? So the lore quiz, we're going to do a lore quiz, and it's going to be 4 questions from me, 4 questions from Kahi, so total 8 points. We're going to do the voice line quiz, which is going to be 4 points, and we're going to do the riddles, which is going to be another 4 points. So total of 16 points, and depending on how many points you get, you will get a title that you can just share with your friends. Share this episode with your friends too if you want to challenge them to some Genshin lore, some Genshin-based quizzery. And everything is, of course, audio. This is a podcast, so you can just listen and challenge yourself. Okay. So. Okay, so let's get started with our lore quiz. In this quiz, Kahi and I will take turns asking 4 questions each. The questions will all have to do with the lore of Genshin. All the lore will be officially confirmed information somewhere in the game, no speculation or forbidden knowledge. So play along and make sure to track how many points you get. Okay. So, I'll go first.
Alrighty.
Ready, Kahi?
Ready when you are.
Okay. So, question number 1. What number Fatui Harbinger is Tartaglia aka Child? Alright, I'll give you a second to think about it.
I believe I have my answer.
Okay, what's your answer?
I believe he's the 11th.
The 11th. That is correct. Start you out with a, you know, like, make you feel good one. Okay, confidence.
There's a technical answer, but then of course there's like the official answer.
Right. Well, the official answer is what I'm going for. So, I mean, there's only one answer, because even after one change, even after the changes that happened, he's still the 11th. So,
yeah. So one is gone. One is really gone.
Yeah, one's long gone. Okay. Question number 2. This is multiple choice. The next 3 will be multiple choice. What was the name of the book stolen by the Abyss Order in Lisa's story quest? Is it The Legend of the Shattered Halberd, Pale Princess and the Six Pygmies, 1,000 Nights, or The Boar Princess? I'll give you a second to think about it. Okay, what do you think?
So the question was, what book did they steal during Lisa's story quest?
Correct.
Of all of them, I'm pretty sure the Shattered Halberd sounds like it's the one. So I'm going to say the Shattered Halberd.
Final answer?
Yeah, because that's kind of what they wanted.
Boop boop.
What? Were they looking for a hidden story?
The Legend of the Shattered Halberd was the book that Xingqiu was searching for when he was like,
that's
during his story quest.
Yeah.
He was looking for the last volume. The Boar Princess was mentioned during the Windbloom Festival, and is written by one of the Hexencircle. And Pale Princess and the Six Pygmies is the correct answer.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So
the Abyss Order was actually looking for that specifically.
Yes, and they said that this book has secrets in it. And remember, now that we know that that children's books have secrets that cannot be rewritten by Irminsul, this is a very important detail to consider.
Yes.
Like, why at the beginning we're like, why would they want this children's book? Even Paimon says something like that. But there is a reason, supposedly.
Seemingly small detail, but really big lore implication.
Exactly. So, okay, so you got 1 out of 2. Not bad, not bad. So let's go to the 3rd question. Who wrote the book The First Apprentice of Guhua? The answers are, was it Zhen Yu, which is Xingqiu's pen name, Kuroda, Cheng the Ninth, or Shigeru? I'll give you a second to think about it. Okay, what's your answer?
Cheng the Ninth sounds familiar. Like we ran into him. Okay, I'm gonna say Cheng the Ninth just because that kind of triggered a memory in me.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. Cheng the Ninth.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, he is in a bunch of daily quests. He is the guy that had the last copy of the Legend of Shattered Halberd that Xingqiu wanted, actually.
I see. All these books. All these book
Yes,
quests.
books are important. I've been like kind of like a little digging into books lately. So, quiz. But these were these were things that you had to do in the main story. Like, you find this out from Xingqiu's quest. The other one you find out from Lisa's quest. So I'm not going like too far out of the main story. It's just kind of like a do you remember a long time ago in Genshin kind of thing. But yeah, so important stuff. Okay, so my last question for you. The Palace of Blank is owned by Dory, but built by Kaveh. So the options are the name of the palace, right? The options are the Palace of Alcazarza, Alakazamzar, Alakazarzia, Alakazarzare. Give you a second to think about it. If you want me to repeat it, let me know. And what's your answer?
I think it was most likely Alcazarzare. Because it was a little longer, not like a short one. And it was a longer one. And it didn't end with like a R, so it was like a Alcazarzare.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That is correct. It is Alcazarzare. Yeah, so great, and which we'll hopefully learn more about when Kaveh comes out in the next batch. But hey, it is Alcazarzare, which like there's some question to the etymology of it, like whether it means the Palace of Palaces or Yellow Palace or something. There's like different ways it could be translated, but it is a really interesting backstory. I hope to learn more about. If you don't already know, go check out some of the Dory's voice lines and Kaveh lore online. Or probably Kaveh will have it in his lore, I'm sure.
Wait. So there's like a suggested like meaning of the name, or like what? The
No,
name
that's just the
actually
name.
means?
I mean, there is like a, because Sumer is based in like the Middle East kind of area of the world, and so the meaning of that can come from different languages. So what the intention is, we don't actually know, but like it's just a fun fact. It doesn't have to do with
cool. I mean, I thought it would be pretty interesting if they call it like the greenhouse, or like I don't know, like it'd be similar to like the Jade Palace or the Golden House if it was like the Yellow House.
Oh, right. The Yellow Palace.
Interesting. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, those are my 4 questions, Kahi. You got 3 of 4 right. Nice, congratulations.
Nice.
Okay, so now your turn.
All right. So the first 2 are multiple choice. The next 2 are any choice. So question number 1, in no particular order of difficulty. Question number 1. This playable character is written as being, quote, born from the branches of time and witness to the divine. A. Venti. B. Nahida. C. Albedo. Or D. Chi-Chi. Any guesses?
Venti.
Is that your final answer? Are you sure?
Yeah.
And that is correct.
Woo!
And Josh, how do you know that?
Because Mondstadt's lore is a lot about time and wind and being intertwined. Like they kind of use them synonymously sometimes in a way. So, I know you said branches, and that could be like kind of a throw off, like to like maybe being Nahida because of Irminsul, but I know that Venti's been around forever, so that also makes sense to me that he would be there to witness the divine.
And it's also these words specifically flashed on screen for a very brief moment in Venti's demo trailer.
Oh, nice.
In the very beginning, and of course, born from the branches of time, witness to the divine, could literally describe Nahida, but she was never written or described as that. Even though Nahida is more of the literal personification of this.
Nice.
All right, so you got 1 so far. All right, question number 2. Kind of going all the way in another direction here. Question number 2. Black Serpent Guard enemies ignore the effect of what combat mechanic? A. Freeze. B. Shields, C. Superconduct, or D. Swirl? Do you have an answer?
Yes, Kahi, I believe it is what is shields for $500?
The correct answer is B. Shields. Sorry. Yes. Yes, it is shields. They ignore shields completely, so that's why Zhongli doesn't really do much and you still get hit. Or even if you have some pretty high defense, you're still gonna take damage. It's kind of like the wolves, but it's not so much a bleed effect. It's just they hit really hard, which I thought was really nice. But it's also, they were, I guess, at that time canonically the strongest enemies we've ever faced, and they were just out in the open. And Akademiya, I believe, or the chasm.
The chasm.
is
The
where they're
chasm.
most prevalent.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, 2 out of 2 so far. Question number 3. The name of this series of weapons are themed after a heroic outlaw who steals from the rich and gives to the poor. What is the name of this weapon series?
Steals from the outlaws.
This name, this word appears in the name of these weapons.
Okay, so it has to be a series of weapons.
So one more time, the name of this series of weapons are themed after a heroic outlaw who steals from the rich and gives to the poor.
I'm trying to think of like weapon series names. Like, that's interesting. All right. I'm gonna say sacrificial.
Are you sure?
No, but that's my answer.
That is incorrect. The answer is the Alley series. Alley Flash, Alley Hunter, and the Curveball was one of those weapons, even though they're in the same theme and have the same lore, is only named Wine and Song. And that is the catalysts. So Alley Flash would be the sword, Alley Hunter would be the bow.
Hey, Kahi.
Yeah.
I don't have a single one of those weapons.
Yeah, I have Wine and Song on Wanderer, just because when he does a sprint, it gives you like damage boosts. So that's all you have to do, like run, damage boost. That's it.
I
the
actually
other ones deactivate.
I haven't had any of those weapons, and then I randomly got Alley Flash on my NA account, but I haven't looked at it or built it or anything. Like it was during Dia's banner. I just like happened to get it, but like up until now, when I saw that, I was like, what the heck is this? What weapon is this? And I was like, oh my god, I've never gotten any of this series of weapons on my main account.
It looks cool.
It does.
I mean, the cosmetics is great, but like the effect isn't as strong as some of the other 4-star weapons or 5-star, because even the event 4 stars can be like really powerful.
Okay, well that's pretty interesting. Wow, I did not know that. I will go look that up. I want to go look up weapon series lore.
All right, and the last question might be really easy or really obscure, and why would anyone know this? Question number 4. What flower does Ganyu like to eat? Do you have an answer?
Yeah, I think it's the chillin. Wait, chillin?
Sure?
No, Qixing. she's a chillin.
Sure?
Yeah, I think it's a Qixing.
You might be correct, but you're actually not. It's actually the sweet flower is her preference. You're thinking of the one that actually upgrades her.
Right.
But she actually likes to eat the sweet flowers, and she likes to protect them.
Dang.
So yeah, you're right for her like ascension materials and like her level ups, but Her preference to eat, their flower preference is the basic sweet flower. I mean, she eats all kinds of stuff, but her preference would be this one. Unless there's some kind of lore bit that you're recalling that I may not know.
Nope. I don't know.
Nope.
So maybe it's sweet flower. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know she eats plants. So yeah, maybe I just mix it up. Dang it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Shenhe also. Shenhe likes to eat plants, but she likes to eat more like medicinal, like herbal stuff. All right, and those are my 4 questions.
Okay, great. So how did you do? Make sure you're keeping track of your points so far. So if you've gotten them all right, you should have 8 points. Now, we're going to move on to the next quiz section, which is going to be Whose Voice Line? Welcome to Whose Voice Line, a segment where I will be sharing some voice lines from the different official voiceover dubs found in the game. I want to do this segment to highlight the voice actors because as a voice actor myself, I love voiceover, and I feel like this is a great chance to give some recognition to the voice actors of all the languages, even if you don't play them in all the languages. So the format is this. I will share 3 voice lines from one playable character in each of the 4 languages: English, Japanese, Korean, and Chinese, in that order. Then I'll give you some time to think. Feel free to pause the podcast if you want some time, and then I will have Kahi guess. After that, I'll reveal the answer. Okay, you ready, Kahi?
I am ready to overanalyze.
Alright, first is English. Here we go.
Such authentic delicacies. Oh no, I think I might have eaten too much. Power? Now there's a key performance indicator I haven't needed in a long time. I suppose this is the new way of life then. I'm not going to complain. I'll try to embrace it.
I'll give you a second to think about it. Okay, you have an answer?
I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Because it's cheerful, but it's what the heck? It's a new way of life. I'll try to embrace it. I was thinking maybe Ganyu, but Ganyu sounds more tired.
Sounds like you have Ganyu brain from that last question.
Probably. I'll try to embrace this new way of life. Who would say that? And who would be cheerful? Who would be a young female voice for this? Oh shoot. Okay. I want to say it's either, you know what? Because I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say Ayaka.
Okay. Are you sure? Final answer?
Yeah, that's gonna be my answer.
The answer is Ganyu.
I was Ganyu.
Yeah, because because
Okay.
it's so funny because obviously we didn't.
This was her cheerful side. So
Yeah, we didn't plan them
gonna hear it.
together. Obviously, I tried to avoid any voice lines specifically saying I love my work, my job, but she said key performance indicator, which is like such a work lingo, like KPI.
Key performance indicator.
Yeah.
Could have been Yanfei, but Yanfei is
True.
different, a little bit more deeper.
Yeah, could have been Kuki just because business oriented, but
Yeah, kind of, but she's more serious tone.
Well, nice try. You definitely had the right idea at the beginning, which is really great, but unfortunately you second guessed yourself, Kahi. Trust your gut.
Yep.
What's it called? By the way, fun fact, I did an acting workout training with this voice actress last week.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, Jen Losi. She's super, super, super cool. She's like the nicest human being I've met in a very long time, and she's very, very nice about coaching you for voice acting. So it was really cool. Okay, so let's move on to Japanese now. All right, ready?
I am ready.
今日は激用当色をかぶる必要も舞台化粧をする必要もありません。のんびりとした一日です。聞こえましたか？今の雷の音、びっくりしました。暖かい日差し、いい景色ですね。
Give you a second to think about it. Alright, who do you think it is?
It's not too overdramatic. It's not too childish. I do know one of those words is fight. Someone who's sounds positive, energetic, but also not very frantic. I'm gonna say Amber.
I'm gonna give you one more, okay?
Okay, one more.
近々大きな公演がいくつかありまして、ちょうど剣を振るうのが得意な役者を探していたのです。あなたはその役にとても適していると思うのですが、どうでしょう？私と共に劇に出てみる気はありませんか？休憩時には一緒にお茶を飲むこともできますよ。
Okay, that one sounded more bright. So it's not older female. It's not chibi.
I'm not discrediting your
Right.
other answer either. I'm just like giving you one more.
Okay. It just sounds it sounds level-headed. It sounds, like confident, not over quirky like Yoimiya, not super soft like Ayaka. So I'm trying to use that as like temperature gauge. Yeah, I'm thinking Amber, because I was gonna say Kale, but no, Kale would have like more voice lines where she's not as sure or like timid. I gotta stick with Amber.
Final answer?
Yep.
Okay, well, the answer is Yunjin.
Oh, Yunjin makes sense too. Yep. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Don't forget my girl Yunjin.
Calm.
I was like I was like
I should
debating.
use
I was like,
some more.
I was like, should I play voice line like the straight up yang Chinese opera voice? Like that would give it away.
I mean, I'm gonna start using Yunjin more, because I mean she boosts normal attacks. There's a lot of characters that have really good normal attacks, like Eula, the one I was trying earlier. But is it only melee normal attacks, or is it like
No, just normal attacks. So like
just normal?
Yeah,
attacks?
so like
Okay.
I'm waiting to get C6. I have C5, and C6 she increases normal attack speed by 15% with her burst. So that plus the damage buff is really good on Yoimiya. So that's why I'm like really excited to use it.
I think Yunjin and Noelle would be like the perfect pairing.
Yeah, I mean they'd be good for sure. Yeah. I think so. Yeah, that would make sense.
All right.
Okay, so now we're moving on to Korean. All right, ready? Korean.
Ready.
누군가와 함께 모험하는 건 정말 오랜만이야. 가자. 가만히 있으면 좋은 일이 생기지 않는다고 하잖아. 물론 나처럼 재수가 없다면 어딜 가도 똑같겠지만. 모험할 때 대부분 이런 날씨였어.
All right, give you a second to think about it. And what do you think?
Okay, that was very expressive, so I'm like leaning towards Yoimiya. But it also sounds a little deeper, not as bright. So I'm trying to figure out who else would have a similar personality, but maybe slightly older, more mature sounding. It doesn't sound like Kaching, because Kaching kind of sounds mad, but ooh.
I'll give you a hint, just because
Mhm.
it's deeper than you're thinking for like Yoimiya,
Mhm.
for example. Doesn't mean it's
Okay.
necessarily more mature.
Okay. Because their expressions are like all over the place, but still positive. Yep, I'll stick with my gut. I'll say Yoimiya.
Final answer?
Yep.
The answer is Bennett.
Wait, what?
That was my hint to you. It's like,
way.
it's not mature.
way, dude.
Yeah, I think it's very
man.
hard sometimes to tell because you're hearing a girl's voice. But you have to
yeah.
remember considering that many girl many like female presenting voice actresses play male characters, like young male characters. So
Yeah.
when you hear these voices in other languages, you gotta try to remember like it could be one of the boy characters, like Xingqiu. Remember like the other before it was like Xingqiu, and you were like, oh, I thought it was a girl. Like same thing, right? So, but yeah.
Oh, that is tough because I'm hearing a girl's voice.
Exactly.
Man.
But like, you know, think about the energy and stuff. So like Yoimiya is like pretty close in terms of like atmosphere of the voice, like the style and the personality, but it was a little bit different, I think. So like you said, you're like something is like it's like Yoimiya but not quite Yoimiya. So okay, so anyway, 0 for 3 so far. So
I feel like I'm always gonna lose those.
okay, and now for the last one, Chinese. Ready?
Ready.
总觉得有什么事忘记做了。庭院打理过，茶也煎了。应该是错觉吧。这几天花的太多，身上只剩10摩拉了。不过幸好还有10摩拉。怎么突然下雨了？你没事吧？要不要用我的外套挡挡？
I'll give you a second to think about it. Okay, what's your answer?
Okay, he doesn't sound too old. So it's not like one of the older guys, maybe like one of the taller teen guys. I was thinking maybe not Kaya. Kaya sounds more like conniving. This one sounds like he was thinking for a while, and then oh hey, here's the answer, and then just kind of goes off on it. Ooh, this is tricky. Okay. He doesn't sound like any one of the. Oh no, it could be one of the short. Could be one of the short guys. Can we have one more voice line?
Sure.
Okay.
早安，要是你不忙，要不要跟我一起去集市上逛逛？早上的蔬菜可是最水灵的哦。
I'm gonna say Toma.
Why do you say that?
Okay, because he sounds a little more mature. He would probably be thinking of, he would probably be thinking and then just blurting the answer. It doesn't sound like he's plotting when he's thinking. It doesn't sound like he's like joking. He's very, straightforward. Compared to all the other ones, like the other guys would have to have like a deeper voice. It would have to have a more serious tone. I was thinking kind of like Ayato. I mean, I think I've used Ayato as like an option too much, but yeah, this one just sounds younger. So I'm gonna say Toma.
Final answer?
Yeah.
And the answer is Toma. You're correct. Wow, that was a great pivot there. Oh man, you were like Kaya. I was like, you were like Teen Boy. I was like,
Yep.
All right. Well,
glad I'm spot on.
Great job. So that's 1 out of 4. And yeah, it was a pretty hard one today. I mean, your first instinct for the first one, Ganyu, it was almost there. Very close.
So close.
All right.
Yeah.
So next is riddles.
So it's my turn to confuse you. All
right, I'm ready.
All right. So riddles in no particular order. These are going to be short one-liners. I don't want to give out too much information. I want to make you think. So, riddle number 1. My research is myself, if only I knew what it was. Who am I?
Sucrose. Wait.
Oh? Are you sure?
Albedo.
Are you sure?
No, but I wanna go with that one.
So you're saying your answer is albedo?
Yeah.
Wrong.
No.
My research is myself, if only I knew what it was, refers to Layla. He's researching her
wait.
split personality when she is
did you
asleep
do her
and she
hangout?
has no idea what it was.
Did you do her hangout?
It didn't come out yet.
Oh shoot, you're right. Okay, yeah, I totally discredited. Like, I did not attach the word research to Layla. So, but yes, that makes sense. A
Yep.
lot of sense. Okay.
Yeah, she's completely unaware of what's going on with her, so she's researching it, and she does only know when she doesn't know. Alright,
Humu.
so all right. Riddle number 2. Purple turned green, but part of me was always green. Who am I?
Purple turned green, but part of me was always green. Oh, Lisa.
Are you sure?
Yes.
And you are correct. Yes,
'Cause her eyes were
original
always
outfit
green.
was purple. Eyes are always green. She got a green outfit in, Sumeru, but her eyes were always green. I feel like that was a hint of some sort because it was a very bright, vivid green when you first saw her.
Mm-hmm.
And then, hey, what do you know? She has roots in Sumeru, which is literally all of it green. So that's pretty cool.
But you know what? This reminded
Alright.
me of your other question where you talked about blue to white or something about Barbara's costume, and I was like, oh, this is a costume question, isn't it?
Well, the next riddle does have some color to it. But I want you to think more canonically. So, riddle number 3. Red but not pyro, whose skill canonically cannot kill. Who am I?
Red but not pyro, skill canonically cannot kill. Wait, red but not pyro. Huh? Nilu.
Are you sure?
I think so.
And you are correct. Yes, it is Nilu.
Yeah, you can't kill someone by dancing at
yeah.
them.
Exactly. Her skill, canonically, is dancing. She's not skilled at sword play, but in, of course, combat, she's dancing. But the story means her skill just dances, and dancing doesn't kill.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And she has red hair.
Now this one is very, very straight to the point. Are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
I am not Kaching. Who am I?
What the hell? Wait, what?
I am not Kaching. Who am I? I actually gave away a lot in that one sentence. It suggests a lot.
What? I'm sorry. Hold on a second. If you're not Kaching.
Mm-hmm. Think about it. Think about this sentence. I am not Kaching.
Zhongli.
Are you sure?
No.
Is that your final answer?
It's that or Ganyu, so yeah. Zhongli, I guess.
You are incorrect. The correct answer is Al Hytham.
I hate you.
Look, think of it like this. Yes, when he came out, his entire kid looked like Kaching. But the phrasing of this, I am not Kaching, very short to the point. He doesn't like dragging out long conversations. He likes to think, so he doesn't speak a lot. He likes to maybe, I don't know, talk to himself or something, but very soft spoken. I'm not Kaching, very monotone. I like
Damn it, that was so good, Kayuka. What the hell? Oh my god.
See? The less I give, the more it reveals, you know? Okay.
So
Yeah,
nice.
that was pretty good.
It was good, like I said. I still hate you though.
I was laughing the entire time. I had to mute the mic.
You know what direction I thought you were going in? Why I said Zhongli? Because I'm not Kaching, I'm not money.
Okay. Okay. That would be clever too. but that'd be more of a pun. I don't know if anyone would get that.
Well, I welcome puns. So Kahi, thank you for the riddles. So that means that we have completed our 16 lore questions, and you now have to tally up your points to find out which title you have. Now, here are the titles. If you have from 0 to 3 points, you are Hilichurl cursed. If you have 4 to 7 points, you are a Delusion Haver. If you have 8 to 11 points, you are a Lore Librarian. If you have 12 to 15 points, you are an Akademiya Professor. And if you got every single one right, you are the Gnosis of Lore holder. So, how many did you get right? What is your title? Let us know by joining the sharing on Discord. You can also let us know by tweeting at us on this episode's tweet or typing in the comments on Spotify for this episode. So if you like this quiz episode, share it with your friends, see how many they get right, see how they do, and share it around. And join us on the Discord to talk about it. All right. So now that our quizzes are done, let's move on to our community question. So our community question from last week was, what are you looking forward to the most from the patch 3.6 livestream? Kahi, what are you looking forward to the most?
I am definitely looking forward to Baiju's story because I want to know more about the snake. I want to know why he is the way he is. And he has been there since year 1, and only now he is, finally coming out. I would love to know why. What is he hiding?
Good question. Okay. For me, I'm looking forward to... I'm actually looking forward to Layla's hangout. I am looking forward to... let's see. I'm looking forward to Layla's hangout. I'm looking forward to everything, obviously. But I think the thing I'm looking forward to the most is finding out more about the desert and how that cataclysmic area ties to the abyss and those fancy Hilichurl rogues that we see around that space. So I'm really, really, really curious to see how that ties into the lore. Okay, so as far as everybody else, for those who answered the community question, okay, so first I'll be reading from Discord. So what are you looking forward to the most from the 3.6 live stream? Insignia says, lore, I have so many questions, and let's be real, 3.6 is probably not actually going to answer any of them, but still. Yep, I kind of feel the same way. Like with that Care Bear quest, we got more questions than answers, but you know how it is. Game still has a lot left to go. L Bell says, Nilu rerun. I started Genshin on the last half of her banner and didn't get her, so I really want her, Nice. May all Nilu wanters be Nilu havers. Valdemir says, give me lore. I need more lore so that I can cook more theories. Nice.
I know that feel.
Yeah, that feel. What are you looking forward to the most? Fox with Wings says, answers. You're looking for answers? I hope you get them, Fox with Wings, because we might not. So Kenguin35 says, Nahida's second story quest. I'm dying to hopefully learn more about dragons and the origins of Teyvat. Yeah, the 7 sovereigns and the dragons that ruled the nation before the gods and before humans even existed. Let's find out. Paimon says, the lore. Nahida finally in my teams. Kaveh, the beautiful princess with a beautiful, lovely, flowery... blah, blah. Kaveh,
Did you just call Kaveh the princess?
Yes. Kaveh, the beautiful princess with a beautiful, flowery claymore. And events. I want to see the Wanderer interact with people who don't know him. Will he be his unpleasant self? Or maybe Nahida gave him a crash course in not being a douche? Can't wait to see it all. And babygirl_28 says, I'm looking forward for Nahida's story quest and to finally finish taking all those damn freaking Dendroculus. Oh, nice. And I want to see more of Wander. Ooh, nice. Javalope says, Layla hangout hype. Yes. Angel says, I'm excited to learn more about the sovereigns and the beginning of Teyvat. I also can't wait to get Baiju and Kaveh and fight Apep and the Abyss thing. Retro Sky says Ganyu / Nahida reruns as well as the upcoming events. Healing Halo says everything, all the quests, lore, and events are getting me really excited for this update. CO200A_A says more fun. Nice. Kazu says, the event, I hope we get to see many characters interact with each other again. It's always so fun and interesting. I would also like to see more about Nahida's and Wander's relationship. Ooh, that reminds me, this might be like Windbloom, where we see a bunch of characters interacting with each other, but it's a temporary quest, so people who don't play during this can't see it. Oof, that's sad.
Oh, man.
Sarah says, to finally give Nilou what she truly deserves, the double HP % artifact set bonus. Yes, that's right. We're getting a new artifact set bonus that has 2-piece HP % boost, which we only have one set that does right now, so we can give her the full double HP % artifact. That'll be interesting. What are you looking forward to? Strawboober says, a lot. Nilou rerun, Baiju and Kave finally coming, and Layla hangout. Lax says, Nahida rerun, as I didn't get her the first time around. TNT says, Kave, that's it. I'm so, in parentheses, platonically, in love with him.
Okay.
Mad Chipmunk says, Kave, most definitely. He's amazing. Also, any Kainrian lore that we might be getting. Also, the event for Sumeru is looking like it's going to be fun. I'm excited to see Wanderer interact with other characters besides Nahida, the Traveler, and Paimon for the first time. I think he'd get along well with Sino. Honestly, my favorite thing about the Sumeru boys is that they all have such good humor, sarcasm, and even sass. He'll probably get along well with all four of them, really. Honestly, just seeing more in-game interactions between Sino, Tonari, Alhaitham, and Kave, adding Wanderer to that makes it even better. Also, I wonder if Tonari will have a new voice actor by then, and yes, he does. Oh, and another thing would definitely be seeing interactions between Kale, Tonari, Kave, Alhaitham, and Farazan. I want to see if Grandma Dame Farazan is true. Interesting. And the last one from Kaching, I'm excited for the new boss. Nice. So, Kahi, the Spotify answers, if you would.
Mm-hmm. And on Spotify, we have Pimzo Balto, Kave, hopefully I get him. Octira says, Hydro and Animal Hilichurl Ranger. Yes, really cool enemy designs, I like it. A little bit more of an implication that they might have some sentience and maybe some intelligence. Rena says, I wish there were updates on Fontaine, but there are not. We'll get them soon enough, don't you worry. James says, this is a common answer, but Baiju. I can use him in my Virgin team with Clay and Mona and Kokomi. Oh, that'll be an interesting team, yes. Also, who's your fave, Baiju or Kave? Bye. Mine's is probably gonna be Baiju. What about you?
Baiju, probably.
Yeah, Baiju. Next up, we have The Quiet Gem says, Layla's Hangout and the main event. WL Forever Bana says, Baiju and Kave, but at the same time, I don't want the patch to come out so soon because I don't want to face the struggle of resisting the pull of Nahida and Nilou constellations. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Very tempting. Very tempting. This is a good cluster of banners, actually.
Right.
Next up, we have Amel Strange, the new 6 Darshans event. It looks fun, and oh, we finally get to pet Changsheng. Okay, if Traveler actually gets to pet Changsheng, that'd be great. Little detail, little moment. It's just cute. And next up, lastly, but not leastly, Peachy on Genshin says, Baiju for my Yao Yao, but still no Chi-Chi. And the Layla stuff, my Sleepy Goral. I just realized, yes, I could have Baiju and Chi-Chi on the same team. I can finally have a team with Chi-Chi on it.
Except Dendro and Cryo.
I know, but I don't care. I don't care about
I
them.
know.
I care about cosmetics and aesthetics.
You're right.
So, yes, that will be my team. Alright, and that will be all of our answers.
Okay. So what is next week's question, Kahi?
Alright, now this one, I know it's a question on everyone's mind ever since Kirara just appeared. Question. What other kind of animal person do you want to see in Genshin? You could have like a mix, you could come up with like some kind of weird hybrid chimera-like person. It could literally just be a dog that talks like... Oh, what was that, the dog with the sword's name?
Taro Maru?
Something Maru. Taro Maru, yes. If we ever got Tarumaru as a character you could roll for, I would so
You mean like if he
easily.
turned into a person? Like a
No,
dog?
just Tarumaru.
Oh, what? Oh, okay,
No.
okay.
You remove the magic. You get rid of the magic by making Tarumaru a person.
I see.
So just give me a playable dog. Yeah. Yeah. I still want to answer this now, but I'll save it for next week.
All right.
Do you have like kind of a hint of an answer?
No.
yourself,
I
or
want to
you
think.
gonna-
I
you're
want to
gonna
think
take your
about
time
this
with
one.
All right.
Okay, so those are our community questions. If you want to answer the community question and participate for next week's episode, feel free to message in the Discord in the community question section, or message us on Twitter or Spotify. Okay, so post on this episode's tweet, comment on it if you want to answer the question, or go to Spotify. There should be an area to answer the question of the week. Okay, so let's do our final segment that we do at the end of every episode, which is One Last Wish. Now, Kahi and I are going to pick a banner, and we're going to roll one time, and we're going to see what we get. Okay, Kahi, are you ready?
It's just before the new patch. So
I
wanna
know,
save my rolls,
but there's
okay,
26
just for
minutes left.
tradition.
26 minutes left on the Shunha and Ayaka banners. So I'm just going to like roll once. I'm going to roll. I'll go first. I'm going to roll on the Shunha banner just because. Why not? YOLO.
All right, good luck.
Okay, one time. Ready, and... And blue. Okay, and I got the Raven Bow. Woohoo, yay.
Hey.
Yay.
Okay. Well, I definitely need some weapons, so I'm gonna go weapon banner. I have Shenhe, Ayaka, and all the standard characters anyways. So Epitome Invocation with the epitomized path. I definitely want that Miss Splitter, the nice little pink sword. Here we go. It is blue. I wanted the pink. I wanted the purple. It's the Fairest Shadow. Great sword. Now, well, I'm gonna save the rest for after patch.
All right. Yes, of course. But we have to do it for this.
For the fans.
So that wraps up the show for today. Anyways, thanks for listening. And if you have time, please leave us a comment and a review. We'd really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you're listening. Once again, join the Discord. And also follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter is at GenshinGuysPod. My Twitter is at JSideGaming. And Kahi's Twitter is at Kahiao, KAHIYAO. And follow me on twitch.tv/JSide, where we do our live streams as well as sometimes events. Also, I just stream Genshin. And yeah, we have a lot of fun talking. So, everyone, thank you as always for listening. Remember this quiz episode. If you enjoyed it, share it with your friends and try to challenge them to see how many they can get correct. Okay, so, as always,
Ad Astra Abyssals.
Hoshi to Shin o mezase.
Enjoy.